we're going to get
Lauren's take.
All right, Laura, you ready for this?
Maybe.
I want to know how Lauren achieves such a high level of savagery.
Ooh. I don't know. I just tell the truth. It's not really savage. I just say the truth. So.
Okay.
Oh.
Lauren, how's your relationship with Jessie, our dog? Do you love dogs now?
I do not love dogs now because I have to sprint from my house when I get out of my house to my car, or else this dog will try freaking bite me. So
How
it's
dare
not
that
good.
canine want some love?
Sometimes I try to pet her and she just tries to bite me, which apparently is trying to lick me, but I don't know what she's trying to do, so not good.
Riveting. If you could eat chicken or pasta for the rest of your life, which would you choose?
I don't really care.
What? You love pasta.
I don't want to pick one because that's not going to happen.
All right, last question.
Lauren's
Why?
like, idiot.
Why is Lauren so quiet?
Because, okay, honestly, there's two reasons. One, because it's just natural. I just don't really like speaking up a lot, especially when I'm in front of people I don't really know. Like, I like just like observe, assess the situation first. But also because I grew up with 10 freaking siblings yelling my entire life. So if I wanted to say anything, I would have to yell louder than 10 other people. So it's like, I just didn't want to do that. I didn't want to do that. So that's why.
Number one. If you could make, this is a pretty juicy one. If you could make one rule that everyone had to follow, what rule would you make?
Oh. I wouldn't make one because I don't believe in forcing people to do things.
Oh, good one. Okay. What is, sorry, Laura. What is the meaning of life?
Oh my gosh. Okay, I think the meaning of life, I'm going to say this kind of like precise. Okay, I think it's to reach your potential. Well, the meaning of life, okay, this is more like, what's the point of life? Like, what are you supposed to do with your life? And I think it's to reach your potential in every category as best as you can. I think that is, like, what you're supposed to do, but also, like, you're supposed to do everything you can, in my opinion, to, like, reach the kingdom of God. That's the other point, so that's what I think.
Beautiful.
Okay. How old would you be if you didn't know what age you were?
Whoa.
Oh, I love that question.
Like 70.
Pretty old. Pretty old. That's pretty wise. Okay. What is the line between self-love and narcissism? I got the deep ones.
Honestly, I don't really know because I think I'm kind of narcissistic. So.
Honey. All right. Here's a little more shallow. What's your dream car?
I just heard this.
A G-Wagon. Mercedes G-Wagon. Also, a Range Rover.
I knew it.
Every
single time we pass by a Range Rover or G-Wagon, she goes, Dad.
I do.
Wow. Posh. Okay.
And I always point them out.
I'm going to wrap it up with this last one. This is a more of kind of weirdly worded. How to be as chill as you are, ?
Yeah, teach us.
I don't really think that's something I can teach. Also, I think that if you're not chill, then you should just not be chill. And if you are chill, you should just be chill. And you should just be whatever your personality is and not try to be something that you're not.
That's good. I love it.
Yeah, it's great to hear.
very like live and let live.
Great to hear your take, Laura.
Thank you.
I love it.
Thanks for sharing.
It's great to share it. I like to give back.
Lauren, do you like dogs now?
No, I never did.
Can you tell us what happened with dogs?
I just couldn't answer.
Okay, look, I never liked dogs. It's not like I hate them or whatever, but they just don't get along with me. They always like try to play with me, but I'm like, you're trying to bite me, you're trying to scratch me. It's just not fun for me. It's not fun for them. It's not a good mix.
I want to interject. I'm sorry. I know
This
it's
is
Lauren's
my
take.
take.
I know it is. No,
Lauren's
I just
take.
want to add something.
What?
Lauren blocks animal accounts on Twitter. Like pictures, accounts that have cute pictures of animals, she blocks them because Lauren does not like cats. She doesn't like dogs. She likes goats and chickens.
I
And that's
like
about
farm animals.
Yeah, she
like
likes farm animals.
Next question. All right. The first man to break your heart? ?
He was this really cute swimmer boy.
Oh, yes.
I don't regret it. He was really cute.
Okay. What is the most annoying question that people ask you?
Oh, I know.
Oh, something about like, they make some weird joke and they're like, ha, you just don't shut up, do you? And I'm like, or something about me being quiet. I'm like, cool. Great joke. I love it.
Okay, this is kind of a weird, deep one, but not that deep, but what was the worst boy you loved?
What?
I don't really know how to answer that. Too broad.
Okay. Okay. The last one is
Guys,
how
Lauren's
is your
score.
relationship with Jessie going? Jessie is our dog, our family's
is
dog.
my dog. Our family in my house's dog, not
your
their
dog.
house. So I see her occasionally. I give her a quick roast, which I don't mean to. I just always end up doing that.
What do you say to her?
I'm just like, get away from me. I don't know you. So sorry, Jessie. I want to be close, but it's like she always tries to scratch me or bite me.
Yeah.
Well, apparently she's not trying to, but that's what it looks like to me. So
Just to be clear, wait, Laura, can you talk about your bad experience with the dog? Because I think the readers might be a little confused.
I don't
Why you
think
don't
they're
like them.
confused, but I was just sitting at someone's house once, and then my hair was in pigtails, and their dogs, 2 of them came up and jumped on me and started biting my pigtails. I was like,
Did you cry?
it was traumatic.
Did you
for
cry?
me. Yes, I cried, and then I ran away, and they started chasing me, and I tripped over one of them, and it was just this whole ordeal.
Wow, that is rough.
What do you do to calm yourself down when you're feeling anger?
Oh, that's very easy for me. This is what I do. So, okay, I'm waiting in the car, right? It's 2 minutes past when we were supposed to leave, okay? Danny is still in the house, hasn't told me anything about coming out soon.
Hasn't put on her shoes
I'm
yet.
sitting in the car.
No, this is every day.
The rage is boiling. It's coming up. I'm like, we're going to be late. But then you know what I do? I don't know how. I just go. I take a giant breath, and I'm just like, you know what? Danny, she's just being Danny. It's okay. It's okay if I'm late. Literally, that's all I do. I take a deep breath, and I give myself a reason to not be mad at the person. But if I have a real reason to be mad, like she robbed me or something,
I do that all the time on the weekends.
if she robbed me, then I'm not gonna calm down. You don't need to calm down if someone robs you. So then I would just tell her why did you rob me? And I'd be really mad. So
Good one.
yeah, but yeah, if it's something you actually do need to calm down about, then just give yourself reasons of why you should give the person the benefit of the doubt. You know, it's okay.
She's just being Danny.
Yeah.
Okay. What social stigma does society need to get over?
Whoa.
I don't really know what that means.
Okay, stigma.
Does that mean what's
social
okay?
stigma?
Does that
I don't know
mean
what
what's
that
something that has a negative connotation that you don't think should have a
Socially?
negative connotation?
Yeah. Social
in
thing.
society.
It's a social stigma.
Something that's considered bad that
everyone
you
needs to get over.
Think of last
Okay, this is interesting because I feel like a lot of people put it on themselves that being quiet is bad, but people don't actually look at quiet people and be like, oh, she's weird. You are only thinking that about yourself.
Wow.
So that is really interesting. The social stigma that people put on themselves that they need to get over is that being quiet is bad because nobody else thinks that. Even if you look at movies and TV shows, the star is always some quiet, awkward person, and everybody loves those TV shows and movies. So
She's right.
I don't think there really is a stigma.
How did you just pull out such a flawless answer so quickly?
I don't know.
She's quiet. Wow.
I don't
Okay.
know.
How do you like to spend your introvert/alone time?
Oh, being in my room and sleeping, or going on drives. You know, I like to go out into the country a little bit, sunset, play some music that gets me pondering life a little bit. Or just either being in my room and sleeping or being in nature in some way.
Love it.
Okay, here's a little less deep. Do you pour the syrup on your pancakes or do you dip pancakes in the syrup?
Who has ever dipped a pancake in syrup?
Me.
I love doing that.
I do that.
I did not know that was a thing.
I've never thought of that in my life.
I do both.
So there's your answer. Yeah,
Sorry.
no, you're
I just thought of that.
So I pour the syrup on.
Okay, what was your favorite age so far?
My favorite age so far? I feel like every year that happens becomes my new favorite age. So right now, 19 is my favorite age.
Would you ever cut your hair like Lisa?
No.
Okay. Do you think confessions make a relationship stronger?
I don't know what that means.
It means
opening up.
vulnerability, opening up.
Oh, yes. I think they can, or Well,
Trick you.
because okay. Sometimes if you confess too much, then people kind of freak out. They're like, bye. But if it's like a good time to confess something, and you guys are like close, then yeah, they do.
Appropriate.
Okay. What artist inspires you?
Yeah. Lana Del Rey. Thank you, Lisa. She inspires me a lot.
Okay. Why are you such a legend?
I don't know. I didn't really try.
I'm gonna ask you this one that we asked you last time because you said you couldn't say it on the spot, but now you've had like a few days to think about it, which was
She's like, what?
or actually, yeah, okay. It was if you could say one thing for the whole world to hear, what would it be?
I didn't think about that.
Oh no.
Well, okay, I would probably say. Okay, I don't know exactly what I'd say, but if like the subject of it would be something that has to do with God, I think, because if everyone's listening, then I have to say something about that.
What would you say
so
about
that people
God?
can hear it? I don't know.
He's
I have to
cool.
think about it. Sorry.
Okay.
Last
The
one.
last question is, what do you do if you see your crush every single day at school, but the most probable thing, I think they made a different word, is that he has a girlfriend?
Oh, so you see him every day, but he has a girlfriend.
Oh, that sucks
probably
for you.
is.
Here's what you have to
Probably has a
do.
girlfriend.
No, he has a girlfriend.
But you said the most probable thing is that he.
So
has
she
a
doesn't know. It's not
Problematic.
confirmed.
Problematic.
They said problematic.
Wait,
you said
we don't know
probable.
that.
No, they said probable. I don't know.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just gonna go with you have a crush on someone, but he has a girlfriend. Okay, this is what you have to do. You have to wake up from this dream that you're living in. No offense, because he is with someone else. He's not with you. He's not thinking about you. He's probably not talking to you. And if he is, then he shouldn't be talking to you a lot if he has a girlfriend. So what you do is you ignore him. You don't speak to him because it's just going to make you like him more if you talk to him. So just let it go. Delete, block, report. Just let it die because he should be dead to you in this moment if you're in love with him and he is taken because it just sucks for you. Maybe later he'll break up with her, and then maybe something will happen. But for now, it's just depressing. So just don't make your life worse.
Wonderful.
Which one of your sister's personality is the most similar and which is the most different from yours?
What? That's tricky.
The most similar,
Personality.
I would say, is Christina, but
Which
she's
is
very
weird.
different from me
Yeah.
too.
But that makes sense.
It's weird. Half of us is like really similar, and then the other half of
Is
both of
like
us is like
not the
opposite.
frick.
So,
We're half twins and half.
but Lisa and I are very different too. Lisa and I are probably the most different,
Which is interesting because
actually.
people are always like, "You guys are twins."
Yeah,
but
isn't that weird?
like when it comes down to their like thought processes, like
and
you
like
guys
the
are,
way that she thinks and the things that she thinks about versus like
That's
it's
bizarre.
very different.
Wow.
Yeah.
All
That's what I
right.
would say.
What is one thing that people think about you that is not true at all?
Okay. I think a lot of people think that I hate them when I meet them because I don't really say anything and I don't like engage in like, so who are you? Like, I'm not allowed to say that. Like,
yourself.
That's
So,
how I
where
meet
are you
people.
from?
I do that a lot. So, who are you? I've said that so many times.
I actually do say that. I
I
say,
don't
which one?
do that. I'm just like, hi, I'm Lauren. And if you want to say something, you can, but I'm not going to like go into something. And especially if I'm with all my sisters, then like they're just going to talk and I'm just going to like hang back. And if I'm not a part of it, I'm probably just going to walk away, honestly. But it's not that I hate them. So a lot of people told me like, oh yeah, I thought you hated me at first. I was like, I never did. So yeah.
All right. How do you know that a friend is your best friend?
Well, it takes a long time for me personally to consider someone my best friend.
a long time,
So-
like 30 years.
Yeah. So when they're my best friend, I would say is when like we hang out multiple times in 1 week, and it's
Just
like
1 week?
whatever each week. Okay.
On a regular basis.
And we like I share like every piece of news I guess that I have with them. Then they're my best friend. But no, because that might start out like that, but they're still not my best friend after like months of that.
Gotta prolong.
And like I can trust them and it's like comfortable and yeah. Then they're my best friend.
Good one. All right. How do you deal with stress?
When am I stressed? I don't
When you
really
lose your shoe,
know
it's time
because
to
it's
leave.
like
really get stressed out much.
I feel like
She's 5.
I just deal with how do I deal with stress? I don't really have like a one-step routine.
One step.
A
4-point plan like me.
yeah, 4-point plan. It's I just deal with the situation at hand. I'm stressed about
Best
this.
thing to do.
Do the thing.
Do the thing.
So I deal with it. I
wisdom.
don't like go into my stress and be like, I'm stressed. I'm just like, okay, well, what
Yeah.
am I
That
stressed
is
about? This, gotta do it.
Opposite of me.
I don't really deal with stress. I deal with the situation I'm stressed about.
Wow.
I guess.
Interesting.
Kicking it to the car. All right.
I should
What's
be
your
mad.
hair routine?
I wash it every 2 or 3 days, honestly.
Wow. I wash mine like once a
Well, I
month.
feel like
Anyway.
everyone's like, I shower every single day and every night. I'm like, okay, sorry. I use Not Your Mother's sea salt spray
Ooh.
as dry shampoo. I only put it in my roots because it's really drying. And that is all.
How do you get your hair to look like that, though? What do you do?
It
You
just is.
Okay, I wash it.
They want the
with-
real tips.
That stuff you gave me for my birthday.
Joyco.
Joyco shampoo
Joico.
and conditioner like pH balance.
The
I
blue
use
one.
that, and then I put in sea salt spray. That's all I do. And
Her
then it's
hair
just
is just
natural.
naturally curly.
Well, also I curled some of it yesterday, but this is still usually how it looks. So
Get it.
I was just
All
blessed.
right, we got the last one. This one's this is a Kath themed question.
What?
Okay, when have you felt pure happiness?
Okay. I felt it. Okay. I feel like every time I have like a really honest and like open on both sides talk with someone like about both of our lives and where like I share something that was hard to share and like vulnerable and they accept it and then they do the same thing, then I feel like that's when like I'm like filled up and then it's like because that happened to me. This doesn't happen that often, unfortunately, where it's like that really like deep like I just shared all this stuff and they share all this stuff, and that happened like a month ago or something, and I was just like I felt so like free and like fulfilled in that after that. But that's something I've been trying to do more lately also. I was like have more talks like that, which I have been doing, so
Good job.
yeah, I guess that.
Awesome.
All right, that's it.
That was
all we
Lauren's
got today.
take.
What do you do in your spare time?
Make plans for my life
All right.
and then execute those plans. Like, oh, I want to start working out. How do I do that? Okay, let me make a plan. I'll do it on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And then I'm like, what am I supposed to do today? Oh, gotta work out.
Well, I can't
Gotta
relate.
read something. Gotta do this. I just make a lot of plans, really. Love it.
She's planning, she's scheming, she's dreaming. All right. What makes you feel fulfilled?
I think when I am being true to myself and like connecting with people that are true to themselves, where it's just like real, like I'm like being a human instead of like putting all these walls up and like these screens up for everyone. That's when I feel most fulfilled, I would say.
How do you handle people judging you for being an introvert?
I don't think people judge me for that.
But you have your quota for being
be the life of the
quiet.
I don't really
Do you,
think
do you have a
people
message
judge
for all the
me.
introverts out there?
I don't think anyone's judging you for being an introvert, personally. I guess, okay, people do, like, they love to crack jokes and be like, wow, you just don't shut up, do you? I'm like, oh, okay. But, like, that's just people trying to think of something to say. Because, I mean, you're not talking. They have to say something. So it's like, I don't think they're really judging you. Just, you know, take it lightly and just
Maybe they're
live your
trying to
life.
engage you.
Yeah, you're just being you, and then they just don't know what to do. And so they say something weird, but they probably don't even mean to be offensive. So I don't think they're really judging you.
Okay. Any advice on how to get over being quiet? They said quiet, but they mean quiet and shy in order to make new friends.
Oh. That's my nightmare, but that's like my life's work is answering that question for myself. So I'm a pretty analytical person. So my whole life I'm like analyzing other people when they talk to each other. I'm like, okay, what do people say? Like Lisa would talk to these people and I'm like, how does she say that? Like, she's like, oh, the weather, or whatever. I'm like, why would you think of that? Why would anyone care about the weather? I don't care. Yeah, exactly.
That's true. Lisa loves the weather.
And I'm like, I don't care about the weather. And I realize, like, people talk about things that they don't really care that much about. Like, when you're first talking to people, like, you don't have to have this, like, perfect topic because people just talk about dumb stuff. They really don't care that much. It's just, like, for the sake of conversation, and then you get to know them better. So, like, you can say something that you don't think is really that interesting just for the sake of conversation, and also think of like what you actually want to know about this person. Like, I don't know why sometimes I get scared to ask someone a genuine question that of something that I'm interested in. I don't know why, but I think everyone like
Wait, like what?
just like, so where are you from? I'm like, oh, I can't say that. I don't know why.
What?
But I think of those things, it's like you want to know about people. So just push through the fear or like the insecurity of like, oh, is this weird or bad or whatever? Because the chances are the other person who you're talking to is like trying to make the convo good too. Like, it's not just you. They're not like, oh, I'm perfect conversationalist. You better be good too. It's like you're both trying to be like, have a conversation. So just don't put too much pressure on it and just say what you actually think and like what you're interested in.
This is good advice.
All right, we got one more. What qualities do you look for in a best friend?
Oh wow.
This is a hard question. Okay.
Intense question.
Well, a best friend is very. Yeah, that's pretty intense for me.
It is.
It takes me a long time to even call someone a friend.
Lauren said like
let alone a best friend. But what I look for, is it what I look for?
Lauren meets many, keeps none.
Is okay. The biggest thing for me is like support and honesty. So, like, people that aren't judging me because, I say and do a lot of weird things, and it's really, like, not that shocking, It's just, like, me being me, whatever. And some people are like, wow, that's weird. And it's like, I don't want that. Like, stop judging me. Just let me be weird and just, like, laugh or whatever. Like, don't just think that it's weird. Well, I guess if you do think it's weird, then we probably shouldn't be friends. But I look for, support and encouragement and somebody who will... somebody who will like really like be interested in me because I'm really interested in other people. So it's like I can't be friends with someone if they are only interested in themselves. Like they need to be really interested in me because I'm not the type of person that's just gonna be like, oh yeah, this about me, that about me, that about me. Oh yeah, I did this. Like I like answer questions about myself. I don't like to just like brag about myself or whatever, or just like say stuff about myself. It's not even bragging. I just don't like to do that. So somebody that's interested in me and is like, and also someone who is like positive, someone that I can like have a good time with, but also be serious with, who is like on the same page as me in general. So really, I look for a lot of things. There's way more things than that I look for, but those are like the main things I would say.